All right, let me go back though. Chat, I got a question. What's wrong with Dave Chappelle? What happened to my comedian? Who's your favorite comedian, chat? Just tell me right now. We gonna do the Wufufu very soon. Just what happened? Who's your favorite comedian, bro? Bill Burr? Dave Chappelle? Louis C.K. Louis C.K. is crazy. Trevor Noah? Bernie Mac? Bernie Mac is good picks. I ain't seen no Cat Williams yet, which is upsetting. I get it though if you don't like him, right now. But early Cat Williams is amazing. Nigga said Jack Harlow. Wow. I asked this because I hate what I'm seeing. Like for the past 3-4 specials, I have gotten, don't get me wrong, some funny jokes, but this weird deviation from what otherwise would just be strong, consistent comedy throughout a special into, let me rant about this group because this is I gotta get this off my chest. Not that it's carefully placed in to be made really funny. Sometimes it's just long tangents that don't necessarily end up being the same level of comedy as the other shit that he says throughout majority of the special. And I might hear it. Like I said, the last few years I've been hearing it. I'm just what? Why? What is this strange dip in quality when it comes to jokes for this rant almost within a special? It just seemed unnecessary. But they said he got another one. I want to see what he's talking about.
And the only thing that got me out of that space was a comedian friend of mine.
He already got paid?
Got paid, so he's who gone start chatting.
The late, great Norm Macdonald. That's right. Shout out to Norm. And what Norm did, which I'll never forget, is he knew that I was the biggest Jim Carrey fan in the world. Now, I'm not going to go all into it, but Jim Carrey is talented in a way that you can't practice or rehearse. What a God-given talent. I was fascinated with him. And Norm knew that. And he called me up and he goes, Dave, he says, I'm doing a movie with Jim Carrey. Do you want to meet him? And I said, fuck, yes, I do. And it was the first time I could remember since my father died being excited.
Damn,
in the
nigga.
movie.
Damn, nigga. Damn. What happened to you?
On the moon. I didn't know any of this. And in this movie, Jim Carrey was playing another comedian I admire.
Wait. See, this is the subtle comedy, though, that I like. It's the first time. Was he saying that he's happy that his dad died? What the fuck happened? Nobody laughed at that, though. Nobody saw that?
And it was the first time I could remember since my father died being excited.
What the fuck? This clip is out of context? Chill. He just like you, Sean. Chill.
In the movie, it's called Man on the Moon. I didn't know any of this. And in this movie, Jim Carrey was playing another comedian I admired, the late, great Andy Kaufman.
How did they not catch that?
Yes, and Jim Carrey was so immersed in that role that from the moment he woke up to the time he went to bed at night, he would live his life.
He was saying he was devastated after his dad died, and the first thing he was excited to do after he died. I don't think it came off like that.
It's Andy Kaufman. I didn't know that. When they said cut, this nigga was still Andy Kaufman. So much so that everybody on the crew called him Andy. I didn't know any of that. I just went there to meet him, and when he walked into the room where we were supposed to meet, I screamed, Jim Carrey! And everyone said, no! Call him Andy. And I didn't understand. And then he came over and he was acting weird. I didn't know he was acting like Andy Kaufman. He's just like, hey, how you doing? And I was like, hello. Andy? Now, in hindsight, how fucking lucky am I that I got to see one of the greatest artists of my time immersed in one of his most challenging processes ever. Very lucky to have seen that. But as it was happening, I was very disappointed. Because I wanted to meet Jim Carrey, and I had to pretend this nigga was Andy Kaufman all afternoon. And he was clearly Jim Carrey. I could look at him and I could see he was Jim Carrey. Anyway, I say all that to say, that's how trans people make me feel.
Okay. Holy shit, what's wrong with him? Bro. You gotta really understand the comedic metaphoricals, bro. See what he was saying was see that Jim Carrey was, and then he was and then you put it in, But see, like, yeah, you get it? You feel me? But that's really the weird kind of thing that I'm getting from a lot of this now. It's like it's less about like what, at least to me, is like what's funny and more like how can I trivialize like some bigotry. And I don't even like sounding like that because like I said, to me, I usually don't find shit like this that deep. But it's just been so consistent. Like last 3-4 specials in a row, it's had some type of deviation into some trans shit. And I'm like, all right, if that's how you feel, like whatever the case is, but like that wasn't even funny. It's just complete. It's just like, oh, I gotta make sure I bring this up. Now maybe it's there's this combatants in his mind, like he don't want to toe the line or he don't want to feel like he's being muzzled from his like genuine opinions in some capacity. And I don't even like breaking down jokes because the minute you say to somebody, well, see, here's what he really meant, they're like, oh, no, we don't want to hear you thinking about it because that ruins the comedy of it. That ruins the joke. But if the joke wasn't funny, there's nothing else for me to focus on. Y'all got to understand that sometimes in order to overlook blatant bigotry, your joke has to be insanely funny. I can 100% overlook this if it was just insanely funny, but it wasn't. Then you get people to break down what it is that you meant because what you said wasn't funny enough to justify the people that you would offend when you say what you said. If it were, then cool. And that's not saying that there ain't going to be a group in every demographic that's going to get offended by a joke. But if the majority are saying that this is fucking hilarious, then you good. This is just like, it was like that one time where he made the jokes and he's like I think it's like a LGBTQ plus A car or whatever the case is. And like it was like 20 minutes, almost damn near like 10 minutes of just complete ranting and raving for a joke that just didn't land at all. So now you focused on all the transphobic shit that was ended up said, and it's not even funny, bro. And that sucks because Dave Chappelle is great. I feel like I be feeling like Dave Chappelle is great. Even out of this special, he's probably gonna have at least 1 or 2 or 3 jokes that's gonna land and they're gonna be great. I just feel like he's above the rage bait. That's what I feel like. I feel like he's above the rage bait. He's well into his career where, you know what I'm saying, in terms of creativity, where he can really think of something that I think is really special in terms of jokes or comedic timing. I just don't think that this is it. I really don't. I don't like to see that, though. I don't like to see that because he was really one of my favorites growing up. A trip to Turkey will fix him? That's crazy. Grew up watching Dave Chappelle when I was mad young. It used to be satire, now it's just bigot yapping. He's number one priority is no longer being funny. That's fair. And to that I say, I'm not going to tell a nigga that's a comedian that makes millions of dollars off being a comedian to find a new profession. But maybe find a new outlet for that frustration so that you can better articulate.
Telling me I'm angry or sensitive
God.
for not finding any of his digs at trans PPF funny. It's not any of that. It's just the same joke over and over. It gets overused and gets old pretty quick.
Yeah, it just it's predictable. It's not coming from like a unique talking point or perspective. Like the joke that he made right there could be some shit that you'd hear from a white guy at a bar. I'm just being honest, bro. I expect so much more out of Dave Chappelle, bro. I really do. It's just not funny enough to justify it. That's all. I know niggas gonna be like, oh, you just sensitive. You just you must be one of those. Blah 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 blah. Like, all right, bro. Whatever you feel like you need to do. I just don't like when people feel like this level of confirmation from hearing somebody that's like of notoriety, that has a lot of status, that has a lot of influence, say some shit like that, and then being like, oh yeah, it's funny because it's against this idea. And really, it's not funny, bro. It's just not funny. It's really that simple to me. To me, though. I'm sure it's going to be a nigga that come out, oh my God, no, that was hilarious. He really got him with that one. Look at them, they mad. All right, bro. Whatever you say. Whatever you say. When he had that one special where he talked about the trans lady who yelled at his show, he made a really good point in that special, but he could have left it there. I thought it would have been the perfect ending to the trans shit. Yeah, I really wish he just let it go, to be honest. That's just me, though. Hopefully the special itself is really good. It's just so distracting, bro. It really is. Like, it's more.
I tell you, bitch, before I knock your mother. I hope it's in California. God forbid I ever go to jail. But if I do, I hope it's in California. Because as soon as the judge sentences me, I'll be like, Your Honor, before you sentence me, I just want the court to know I identify as a woman. Send me to women's jail. And as soon as I get in there, you know what I'm gonna be doing? Give me a fruit cocktail, bitch, before I knock your motherfucking teeth out. I'm a girl just like you, bitch. Come over here and suck this girl dick I got. Don't make me explain myself. I'm a girl.
Like, damn, bro, that's it? I hope it's better than that, bro. Just such a massive dip in quality, dog. Old head ass joke. Yeah, bro. It is what it is. We gonna hope for better, though. We gonna hope for better. My ghost falling off. He's not washed. He's more conscious now. Comedy has changed. Nothing lasts forever. Get over it. I mean, that isn't what I said at all. What was being said was it's low-hanging fruit, basically. Being more conscious, I guess you could say conscious in terms of what you dislike, but there's other outlets for that. You can't, I guess, try to force people into finding your bigotry funny when you put it under the comedic lens and it's just surface level basic jokes that almost anybody could come up with who just doesn't like that community. But if you can't see that, then 100% go ahead. I think you should get over it, though, just because people don't find it funny. Just came back from the gym. What'd you miss? Nothing crazy. You bet the academics crowd thought that was peak comedy? I really don't know. I can't speak for nobody's demographic and what they find funny. I don't even know if a lot of them even watch comedy. So it is what it is, bro.